George and Amal Clooney have embodied elegance, power, and inspiration. Their relationship has been admired not only because of their fame and achievements but also because of their unshakable love for each other. Amal, a respected human rights lawyer, and George, one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, seemed like the perfect couple destined to live out their love story in peace and happiness. But behind the glamour of red carpets and the headlines of Hollywood, life has suddenly taken a tragic and terrifying turn. Reports began circulating that George Clooney had been undergoing medical testing following months of speculation about his health. Fans noticed his frailer appearance, and whispers about weight loss and exhaustion grew louder. Now, devastating cancer results have shaken the Clooney family to its very core. What's even more heartbreaking is that Amal, overwhelmed by the reality of the diagnosis, was rushed to the ICU herself, leaving fans and loved ones in absolute shock. According to insiders close to the Clooney family, George's health results confirmed the presence of cancer. For Amal, the reality was more than just a medical challenge, it was an emotional collapse. She had stood by her husband through thick and thin, but hearing that the man she built a life with was facing a battle for survival was simply too much to bear. Those closest to the couple report that Amal was unable to process the gravity of the news. Her breakdown escalated into a medical emergency of her own, and she had to be admitted into the ICU for urgent care. Witnesses described her as visibly shaken, crying uncontrollably, and unable to catch her breath, which led doctors to take immediate precautionary measures. The image of the brilliant, poised Amal Clooney being escorted into the hospital in tears has stunned the world. For years, Amal Clooney has been the epitome of strength, standing firm in her fight for justice and human rights around the globe. She has defended victims of war crimes, fought for political prisoners, and carried herself with dignity under the immense pressures of international law. Yet, in this moment of personal tragedy, even Amal, the unbreakable advocate, found herself overwhelmed by the cruel hand of fate. Those who saw her during those moments have described her collapse as heartbreaking. She reportedly clutched George's medical file in her hands, unable to let go, her face streaked with tears. The pain of knowing that her husband is now fighting cancer struck her with a force no courtroom or world leader could ever prepare her for. It was not just about being the wife of a famous actor, it was about being the partner of the man she deeply loves, facing the unimaginable possibility of losing him. While Amal was rushed to the ICU, George himself remains in a state of fragile silence. Always known for his charm, wit, and ability to handle the media spotlight, George has chosen to keep this health crisis away from the cameras. Friends say he has been quietly processing the news, determined to remain strong for Amal and their children. The couple shares twins, Ella and Alexander, and sources reveal that George has been shielding them from the harsh realities of his diagnosis. For George, this fight is not just about his own survival, it's about the future of his family. He wants to leave behind strength, courage, and love, even in the face of one of the greatest battles of his life. Witnesses at the private clinic reported a scene filled with raw emotion. Amal's family members rushed to her side, comforting her as doctors monitored her condition in the ICU. George, despite his own fragile state, insisted on being close, showing once again the depth of love that has defined their relationship. The sight of both George and Amal Clooney in vulnerable conditions has sent shockwaves across Hollywood and the world. What was once seen as an untouchable couple, graceful, powerful, and unshakable, has now become the embodiment of human fragility. Fans from around the globe are flooding social media with messages of support, prayers, and solidarity, urging the Clooneys to stay strong during this unimaginably difficult time. Those close to the family have said that Amal blames herself for not noticing the severity of George's condition earlier, even though there was nothing she could have done differently. Her collapse is a manifestation of years of love, fear, and emotional pressure all coming to a breaking point in a single moment. This is a story that reminds us that no matter how powerful, wealthy, or famous we may be, life has a way of testing the very core of who we are. For George and Amal Clooney, this is their test. Their story is not about red carpets, awards, or headlines, it's about love in the face of fear, about strength in the midst of weakness, and about the fragility of life that unites us all as human beings. The world waits, prays, and hopes for their recovery. And through it all, their love continues to shine, even in the shadows of tragedy. Don't miss the next chapter, subscribe now. If this emotional story moved you, Please subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. We will continue to bring you the latest updates on George and Amal Clooney, as well as other breaking stories from around the globe. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the Clooneys' fight, and what message of hope would you send them right now? Your words matter more than you know.